the heart of OCF is the conference centers. They just make a difference in being able to relate to people, get some great biblical instructions, and just to love on each other. It's an incredible experience here.
I think for me, I love coming up for these past 3 family camps. I love coming up and being reunited with friends from the service that we've seen over the years. And inevitably, we always bump into somebody and are able to reconnect. And even if it's not somebody we've known in the past, we connect with new families so quickly and so easily. So it's not necessarily a particular favorite memory or story, but that's part of the reason why we love coming up here is the people that we get to reconnect with and the people that we meet.
I think for me, and really for Fred and I, we've talked about it, it really is the camaraderie with families that we've known for so many years. And we walked in this last week, and there were people we've been here with in past years, or we've even been out at Spring Canyon with in past years. But it's also a restful time. It's just really a time to refuel and to have an opportunity to really sit still before the Lord. So very important to our family.
And one time I did come while Mark was deployed, and so that was just a great time for the kids. You know, it's a lot of anxiety with Dad not around. So, but just to be able to come here and other kids understanding Dad's gone, that's a normal part of life sometimes. So that was real encouraging too for us to be able to come without him.
And maintained a sense of normalcy
Yeah.
for them, which I think was helpful as well.
Yeah, I think it's a well-used word today, but there's a sense of community that forms very quickly. I think the staff, starting with the leadership team, but even the support staff really brings that. They focus on that in their ministry, and I think it allows families, especially moms, to really, I think, start to rest, and both physically and spiritually. The facilities are frankly top-notch, not just in the physical structure, but also the 1,100 acres of God's creation. And so whether you have young infants or whether you have teens and college age young adults, it's a great place. We've done kind of mini family reunions here, and no problems as far as fitting people in and then being a part of a larger group, whether you're here for a night or whether you're here for a week. It works great.
To me, in the Bible, it talks about the storehouse, where you give your tithe to. And in OCF, to me, these are the storehouses. These are the places where families really can reconnect with each other. Husbands and wives can learn to really relate to each other. And you have a week of no interruptions, no TV, none of the iPhones getting in the way and all those other kind of things. And you just stop and really get to know each other.
Family camp has become a summer highlight for our family. And I think for different reasons for different members of our family. For Becky and I, it's just a real time of relaxation. And of course, the speakers they have are really phenomenal. I appreciate the Bible teaching and chance to be in beautiful scenery with God's creation so prominently displayed.
And I think that because we're always moving, I find that it's becoming more and more meaningful to the kids because they don't have a place that's home, but they keep coming back here and they'll reconnect with friends just like we do. And so this is sort of a home base for us.
And it's so well organized in that there is there's time for speakers, so you get some spiritual refreshment and encouragement that way. But then there's opportunities to spend time with your own family, and then there's opportunities to spend time with other families at dinner and at breakfast. And then there's activities for the children, so they feel like they have their special time with their friends. And at the same time, we get to spend time together as a couple. So it really, for a week long of activities and time together, it is really refreshing.
I guess it really is just the family atmosphere, and it's kind of like extended family and extended home for us. I think we always, this is kind of like our safe place for us to come and enjoy time with other believers, especially military believers, and so it just feels like home. And I think we kind of experienced that our first time coming here, which is the last year they had it down at the Harrison House, and we just decided that there's so many families were blessed by the White Sulphur Springs ministry team and their experience here that we wanted to make that a part of our family, an annual thing for our family. So every summer our goal is to try to get up here every summer.
What I see White Sulphur Springs doing, what it did for me, was providing a place to reconcile people back to Jesus Christ, that have, in the busyness and the noise of our everyday world, we tend to drown out God's calling in our lives. And I think White Sulphur Springs is a place where we stop long enough to hear Him call to us and give us a vision for what He wants to do with our lives.
And I would add that it is an investment in your family's future. Ultimately, this is a place where you're going to sense the presence of God. And the presence of God and the Spirit is going to flow into your wife and your children and into your entire career. There's many places that we can choose to vacation, but I can't imagine vacation any place else where God isn't actively alive and well, and certainly He is here.